Today is Friday, February the 28th, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and this is the view out my window. I keep telling myself that change is good. It's almost like a little mantra. I keep repeating to myself, change is good, Julie. You can get through this. Change is good. You could, persevere, And sometimes it just feels like, I know change is good, but gosh darn, right now while I'm going through this change, it really doesn't feel all that good, And we can prepare for change and we can set ourselves up for success, but that doesn't mean that when we're actually going through the change that uplevels us or makes us a better person physically or mentally or spiritually or even financially, that it feels okay, because that's the very definition of change is difference. It's not staying the same, and the truth is we become extremely comfortable staying the same, and it does take energy. It does take thought to change for the better. Now, I'm not saying that it takes energy or thought to just change, period, because obviously right now we're going through a period of change in our country, not just the political change, but also the change in the stock market, the change in supply disruption, supply of food is even being disrupted right now. Change in the availability of medicine. Goodness, do you know that the supply change, supply disruption will even affect the the zero Coke and the all of the diet drinks, because the ingredients that make zero Coke and make these diet drinks are manufactured in China, and the plants have not been manufacturing it. So what's being processed, what's being made right now, is actually being manufactured using stockpiled ingredients. And we'll see how that plays out in March or April, as whether or not the supplies start to run out. And so if those are your favorite drinks, I would definitely suggest stockpiling those right now. But again, change. So we're seeing changes in so many areas of our life. So just even the way people are acting, I don't know if it's because we're becoming more aware of what's going on around us, or if it's because we have almost instantaneous access to news as it develops. Are we losing our tempers more, or is it just that we now see it in real time on our phones? So, these are just evolving situations that we're seeing everywhere. And they do change us when we can view these events, because they create fear and anxiety. And they do shape the way we perceive our surroundings and our security. And this in turn influences the way we think and the way we act toward other people, even our own families. So, more things to contemplate before we fall asleep at night. And as if I haven't harped on it enough, please do make sure that your medications are refilled and that you do have food in your cupboards, because we are expecting more supply disruptions. You may not have stocks, that you're anxiously watching. So that may not be where you are at your life. But when you go to Walmart and prices have doubled, that impacts your entire budget. So if you can do some extra stocking up on canned goods or rice or beans or any of those types of products, now might be a good time to do it if you've got an extra $5 or $10 you can put toward that, because seriously, there is some disruption going on right now, even with the farmers' crops, and it's just all of it seems to be sort of snowballing right now, and all I want you to do is just somehow think about this and plan and protect yourself, just by putting a little more aside in your cupboard, and that way it'll be there whenever you need it, by, for whatever cause. I mean, if your place of employment gets closed down for a week or an entire month, are you still going to be getting your paycheck? Are you going to be available to, or able, not available, but able to go out and go grocery shopping? Or will the grocery stores also have limited access and limited food availability? So many places across Europe are now experiencing this. So I know I keep harping on this, but I do want you to stay safe and to stay healthy and secure as much as is possible in this time. And again, this is unsettling times. It's times of change, and we need to control as many factors in our lives as we possibly can. And maybe that's just my perception that food is one element that we can control right now. And if you have others that you want to focus on, I would appreciate you sharing, because I may have tunnel focus right now, and I could really stand to change and to expand my horizons. And if you share, I would greatly appreciate it. And so I wish you all the best today, and I hope that you're having a good day and that you actually have time and resources to spend on preparing to for change in the upcoming weeks and months, and definitely this year. So y'all take care, and I hope you have a good night, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow. Good night.